Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 45-minute yoga practice. My name is Caitlin. I'm happy to be here with you in my real time, but your future time. And so if you would like to come on down to the mat with me, we're going to start our meditation pose in a cross-legged position. Once you get there, if you need a pillow or a blanket to sit up nice and comfortably on, truly anything to make you feel supported and that you're able to take full natural breaths in your seated posture. There is no shame in using props for yoga. So take a moment if you need to. Otherwise, we will meet together with our eyes closed, starting to tap into the breath, inhaling in through the nostrils. Long, slow exhales. Starting to switch our hat. If you have not already, we'll bring a pointed awareness to the breath, noticing if it's coming in easy and full and natural, or if our breath is a little bit more of a challenge today. Maybe we're not able to take as deep of a breath as we thought we were able to. Maybe the breath is stirring up something internally, literally or metaphorically. We start to expand the awareness of our breath to the surrounding areas. Noticing how it feels in our ribs, our intercostals, as the lungs fill up with air. How it feels in the diaphragm, the chest, the shoulders on the exhale. The way in which the lower abdomen moves on the inhale and the exhale. And then spreading that consciousness, that awareness in both directions, all the way up to the crown, all the way down to the toes. Notice where the thoughts are going or where the thoughts are staying as we sit here with ourselves in silence with the sound of our breath. Attempting to bring a mindfulness to our thoughts. We see them, they're there, we acknowledge them, and then we detach and let them go. Even if you have a thought that's continuing to come up, something that is persistently calling out for your attention, it's okay to promise to give that attention later, to sit with that quietly later. and set it off to the side so that you can be here now, showing up fully in this moment. If you haven't already, we'll start to make our exhales longer than our inhales. Maybe bringing a little noise to the exhale, either tapping into your Ujjayi breath, that soft constriction at the back of the throat, making almost like an ocean sound, or an SH sound, or a hum with the lips closed. Or maybe you bring some noise by making an SH sound on your exhale. Shh. Forcing you to draw the belly button all the way back to the spine, fully emptying the lungs. Let's do 3 more rounds just like that. Big inhale. Long exhale, fully emptying the lungs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Long exhale, full empty. Last one, inhale. Full empty exhale. Inhale. Excellent. On your next inhale, we're going to send the the torso forward, jetting out over the pelvis. Chest comes open towards the knees. Hands are right on the knees. We gaze up towards the ceiling, dropping the shoulders down. So we're in a seated cow pose. Big inhale. Exhale, we round through the spine, tucking the tail, pulling it up towards the face as we drop the crown, drop the chin all the way down to the chest. Really pulling the shoulders forward, spreading the shoulder blades across the back body like we do in cat. Inhale, seated cow, chest forward. Exhale, round through. Glutes, sits bones stay rooted down to the earth as we tuck the tail. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, last round. Exhale, cat. This time on your next inhale, we bring the chest forward. We send the belly button over towards the right thigh. Chest and chin come out over the right knee. Chest is open as we swing the body through the midline, through center, belly button, chin, chest come over the left knee, left thigh. As we round the spine and our cat pose, dropping the chin, completing the circle. So taking some torso circles here. Out towards the right, through center, Rounding through at the back end to complete our circle. Go ahead and flex the toes if you're feeling like you're wobbling side to side. Flexing the toes, we bring the entire outside of the foot flush with the mat, creating our foundation. Sits bones stay heavy rooted down to the earth. Don't forget to drop that chin and then lift it again out over the midline. So we drop the chin on the back end, open it in front of the circle. Starting to warm up the spine here. One more. When you're on the back end, complete your circle. We'll pause and just shift it right in the other direction. The left leg first. Let's take one more. Complete the circle on the back end, and we rise back up to our seated position. Drop the shoulders, close the eyes. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, both arms come up overhead. Biceps are by the ears. Maybe we look up at the space right between the hands. Focusing on any sensation you may have there between the fingertips, between the palms. Inhale, we sit up nice and tall. Exhale, we float both hands down by our sides. We make contact with the palm on the left hand outside of the left hip. As we inhale, right arm comes up over towards the left side of the mat. Exhale, we lift through that right hand, drawing us through center. Right hand drops, left hand lifts up and over. Exhale through center, back to the other side. Maybe you turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe you keep it straight out in front of you. Either way, we're not dumping any weight into the neck. Exhale through center. Right arm drops, left arm lifts up and over. Keeping both sits bones, both hips, glutes pinned down to the mat. Exhale through center. One more time on each side. Exhale. Left hands come over to the right. Exhale through center. Both fingertips kiss down to the mat as we inhale. Swinging the arms out wide, up. Palms kiss together, or fingertips rather. Exhale, palms flip to the front. We're going to bend our elbows, cactus arms, bringing them nice and wide. Chest is open, maybe a little arch comes into the back. Big inhale. Exhale, let's drop the chin to the chest, hands come up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Exhale, arms come back up overhead, dropping the chin. Exhale, cactus arms. Last one. Let's hold it here, really pinching the shoulder blades together on the back body and then dropping the shoulders. So we're pulling the elbows almost like we're pulling them towards the back side of our mat. Exhale, gently we drop both hands down to the earth. Right leg comes out long. Left leg comes to the midline. Right hand comes either to the inside of the right thigh, the outside of the right thigh. Maybe we drop forearm down by the shin. As we inhale, left arm comes up towards the ceiling, letting that shoulder drop into place. Drop into socket. Exhale, we drape the left fingers over towards the right toes. Big inhale. Exhale, we lift the left fingers up towards the ceiling, helping us rise. Left hand is going to drop again on the outside of the left hip. And we swing right arm up towards the ceiling. When we do, it's like we've got a string connecting our fingers to our right toes, our right leg, right hip, as we lift the hips up and over. So hips come up in line with the knees. Right bicep is by the right ear. Fingers over towards the left. Pelvis is forward. Exhale, we drop the hips as we drape the right arm back to where we began. Left arm comes up and over. So here we go again. Left bicep is by the left ear. Left fingers are reaching over towards the right toes. Right leg is straight. Left heel is towards the pelvis at the midline. Inhale. Exhale, left fingers come round through, pointing first up towards the ceiling, helping us rise straight, and then dropping towards the mat, palm face down on the outside of the left hip. Right arm reaches up, and when it does, we lift the hips. Right foot comes flush with the mat, the sole of the foot. Right bicep comes on top of the right ear as we reach right fingertips over towards the left. Exhale, we lower back again. Left arm up and over towards the right toes. Inhale. Exhale, left arm swings up and over towards the mat as right arm lifts, pelvis lifts. Right fingers over towards the left. Exhale, lower. Right arm drops, left arm lifts up and over. Last one, inhale. Exhale, left fingertips up and over, dropping to the mat, right arm lifts, pelvis comes with us, bringing in line with the knees as we reach the right fingers over towards the left. Exhale, gently lowering the hips, right arm drops, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, back through center as we sit up nice and tall. Let's take it to the other side. Left leg comes out long, right leg comes to the midline. We drop left arm by left shin or keeping left palm elevated, keeping elbow elevated, left palm down on the mat on the inside of the leg or on the outside of the leg. Noticing right away how this feels different. Let's inhale, right arm up towards the ceiling. Noticing how that feels different. Letting that shoulder really drop into socket. We're active in the right toes, drawing them towards the shin. We're pressing down through the left heel. Exhale, right arm, right fingers over towards the left. Bicep is by the right ear. Maybe you're like me and the low back on this side is way tighter than it is on the left. And make sure to come back to my breath. Big inhale. Exhale, right arm starts to lift. Fingers first point up to the sky like they just were. And then on their way over and down, palm comes down to the mat as we lift the left fingers up towards the sky, bringing the pelvis with us. Left arm reaches up and over towards the right. We're pressing down through the top of the right foot. Exhale. We lower, left arm drops again as right arm comes up and over. Big inhale. Here we go again. Exhale, right arm lifts up and over. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling as we lift the pelvis, reaching the left fingertips over towards the right side. Exhale. We lower, left arm drops, right arm lifts up and over, fingertips towards the left toes. Big inhale, big breath. Exhale, right arm reaches up and over, left arm lifts as we lift the pelvis. Pressing in through the top of that right foot, we draw the pelvis in line with the knees. Nice long line from left fingertips down to the left foot. Exhale. Lower, dropping the left arm. Right arm comes up and over towards the left toes. Last one, big inhale. Exhale, right arm up and over. Left arm lifts as we lift the pelvis. Reaching. Big inhale. Exhale with control. We lower the glutes down to the mat. Right arm comes up and over to close us out for one inhale. Exhale. We rise back to center. We're going to draw that left foot in to meet the right. To sit up nice and tall. Big inhale. Exhale. We're going to take both palms, twist the belly. We're going to set both palms on the mat on the outside of the right thigh. Once we're here, we're going to find a nice natural twisting motion to get us into tabletop. So for me, that means I'm inhaling, lifting the left knee, pressing in through the left foot to draw the right knee, right leg underneath me. My hands didn't move at all. It was all in the lower body. Here, we inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round through. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round through. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale. Round through, press, press, press. Exhale, we drop the hips over to the left. Oh yeah, I'm super tight there today. Maybe you are too. Taking a moment to hang out here a little bit longer if you need to. Otherwise, we'll exhale through center, kind of swinging the chest right in between the hands or right over the space between the thumbs to drop the hips over to the right. The gaze comes out past the left shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale, again, we swing the chest over the left arm, swinging through the space between the thumbs, bumping the hips then over to the left as we look over the right. Again, exhale, we swing the chest up through the midline, through center. Exhale draws us through center. We walk the hands out just slightly in space. We curl the toes under to stay for the inhale. Exhale, hips are going up high, downward facing dog. Should feel really good on the low back. Nice, and now that we've got it nice and open, if you need to take a few minutes to pedal out your dog, straightening one leg, bending the other. And let's take a moment of stillness. One more big inhale. Exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Feet to hands, however you need to get there is totally up to you. We'll meet together in a forward fold.
Bending the knees as much as you need to. Maybe taking some gentle sways side to side. Noticing how the low back expands on the inhale. How the hamstrings soften on the exhale. Maybe you shake your head, a little yes, a little no. Releasing the pressure in the cervical spine. And then let's find a moment of stillness. Your next inhale, root to rise. We start to roll our way up to mountain. Palms come with us up overhead, kissing together, and then palms flip externally to float wide down by our sides, meeting together again in front of the low abdomen. Thumbs draw up to the heart space. Close the eyes. Inhale. Long exhale. Arms go down, come up on the inhale. Exhale, we fold. Either hands come out in front of us, maybe palms stay together, maybe you flip the arms externally and swan dive. Either way, we're meeting together in our forward fold. To inhale, lift halfway, figure 7 shape with the body. So we've got this nice long line from the tail all the way to the crown, belly buttons engaged back towards the spine, making sure that we're protecting the low back. Hands can be either on the shins, the tops of the thighs, or fingertips down on the ground, gaze slightly forward. Exhale, we lower, hands come down to the mat. We step just the left foot back, dropping the back knee. Gaze comes forward. Maybe if you need to, we take some gentle sways side to side, but let's see if we can ignore those urges and just sink into the moment. Exhale, we flip the toes of the back leg, lift the back knee, dropping the palms. We draw right foot back to meet the left. We're in plank for the inhale. Exhale, we drop the knees, hips stay elevated as we drop the chest right in between the thumbs. Elbows are tight to the side body. Inhale. Exhale, we flip the toes, drop the pelvis, pressing our way up to cobra. Chest is open, knees are engaged. We're pressing down through the tops of the feet. Exhale, we fold. Forehead kisses. I mean, your elbows can kiss down to the mat too, I guess, but forehead kisses for the inhale. Exhale, we press our way either up to tabletop or all the way up to plank before sending the hips up high, downward facing dog. Other side's turn. So we inhale, exhale, left toes or left foot to left thumb. You need to help your leg along manually. That's totally fine. We drop the back knee, flipping the back foot. Gaze is forward, light on the fingertips. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. We lift the back knee. We're stepping the back foot up to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale, rolls you up to mountain. Arms come with you up overhead. Palms kiss together. Flip externally to meet again the front of the abdomen. Thumbs draw up to the heart space. Close the eye for 1 breath cycle. Arms go down to come up. Exhale, we fold however you prefer. Inhale lifts us up halfway, figure 7, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Palms come down to the mat or fingertips down to the mat. This time we step just the right foot back, dropping the back knee. We find ourselves in a low lunge as we settle in, sending the breath
down into the front of that right hip. We drop the belly, drop the abdomen towards the left thigh. Chest comes open, squeezing shoulder blades together. Shoulders drop down away from the ears, gazes forward. Again, right here, nice long line from crown to tail. Big inhale. Exhale, drop the palms, lift the back knee, draw the knee up. Left foot draws back to meet the right. We're in plank for one inhale. Elbow creases are forward. We're pressing away from the yoga mat. Big inhale. Exhale, we drop the knees, dropping the chest right in between the thumbs. So pelvis stays lifted. Chin kisses the mat. So gaze is still forward. We're dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale. Exhale, flip the toes, drop the pelvis. We roll our way up to cobra. Palms are nice and wide. Exhale, lower, forehead kisses. Inhale, exhale, we power up to plank or tabletop before sending the hips up high, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, right foot to right thumb, and dropping the back knee, flipping the back foot. We drop the belly towards the thigh, chest is open, light on the fingertips, sending the breath to the front of the left thigh, front of the left hip. We're pressing down through the right sole, the sole of the right foot, so that we're lifting away from the yoga mat, stabilizing the joints in the right knee, right hip. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. We curl the toes of the back foot, lift the back knee. Back foot is stepping up to meet the right in our forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, rolling your way up to mountain, palms kiss together, up overhead. Flip externally as they float wide down by our sides, meeting together again in front of the pelvis, thumbs up to the heart space, close the eyes for one breath cycle. Arms go down to come up. Folding however you see fit for your body. Inhale lifts you up halfway, moving in a way that's supportive to your body and your breath. Exhale, fold. Fingertips come down to the mat. This time we step the right foot back, dropping the back knee. Gaze is forward. So moving in a way that's gentle and kind. We should never feel like we're punishing ourselves for any of these movements. We meet our body where it's at. If we lose our way, we come back to the breath. Exhale, palms drop. We lift the back knee, left foot steps back to meet the right. We find ourselves in plank, settling if we need to for one breath. Exhale, we drop the knees, drop the chest in between the thumbs. Chin kisses the mat, gazes forward. Exhale, we flip the feet, drop the pelvis, roll our way up to cobra. Exhale. Fold, forehead kisses, inhale. Exhale, making our way to downward facing dog. This is the last one we're doing like this before we start adding in a little extra play. Exhale, right foot steps up to right thumb. We drop the left knee, foot flips, gazes forward. Exhale, back knee lifts. We step back foot up to meet the right, so no toe dragging here. Inhale, root to rise, rolling our way up to mountain, palms wide, V, kiss together, flip externally, float down by the sides wide. before coming again together in front of the pelvis. Thumbs lift up towards the heart space. Close the eyes for one breath cycle. Full inhale, full exhale. Here we go. Arms go down to come up. Folding in a way that serves you best today. We come down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. We step just the left foot back this time, dropping the back knee. Gazes forward. Here we go. We're going to start adding in some new moves. Left hand drops by the right arch. We swing the right arm out and up towards the ceiling. Button twists towards the right thigh. Maybe you want to come up on those left fingers and drop the right fingers towards the back edge of the mat. Wrist in line with the shoulder. Exhale, wherever you are, right arm swings up and around to replace the left. As we shift the pelvis, chest, belly over towards the left side of the mat and open left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand replaces the right. As the hands come to frame the foot, we lift the back leg, palms drop, right foot comes back to meet the left as we find ourselves in plank. Inhale to settle. Exhale, we drop the knees, drop the chest right in between the thumbs. Pelvis, glutes, stay lifted. Exhale. Tops of the feet flip down to make contact with the mat. We drop the pelvis, roll our way up to cobra. Chest lifts. So we come out of a compression in the low back. Exhale, fold. Toes curl. Forehead kisses for the inhale. Exhale. Tabletop or plank before sending the hips up high, downward facing dog. Exhale, left foot to left thumbs. Only got one left thumb, I hope. Back foot flips. We find ourselves in low lunge. Exhale, right hand next to left arch as we swing left arm up towards the ceiling. Or maybe we pop up onto those right fingertips as we draw the left hand towards the back edge of the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, left hand replaces the right as we open the pelvis, chest, torso over to the right, opening the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right hand replaces left as hands come to frame the left foot. We lift the back knee, stepping up, back foot to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, rolling our way up to mountain, wide V, palms kiss together. Exhale, palms flip. Coming down at the sides, meeting together in front of the pelvis. Thumbs rise up to the heart space. Close the eyes for one breath cycle. Inhale, exhale. We're going to step just the left foot back. See if you can do it without looking. If you can't or you don't feel that you can, that's okay. Otherwise, we're going to step just the left foot back, taking almost like we're in a high lunge. We're going to rise on the right heel. So weight comes into the right heel, right toes lift off the mat as we swivel both feet, both sets of toes over towards the long edge of the left side of the mat. Yes, you know where we're coming. Adjust your pants if you need to. Maybe tuck in your shirt, do whatever you got to do. Hands come together at the heart space. If that feels good, let's make sure our legs are stable first. So we've got a slight incline of the toes towards the midline. Heels are pointed slightly away from the body. Pelvis is right underneath the heart space. We're pressing down through the outside of the left foot. We're active and lifted in the arches, drawing energy up through the midline. So almost like we're trying to squeeze the feet towards each other, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Lifted in the chest. Big inhale. On the exhale, we're sending the hips behind us, starting to bend at the hip bones. If you want to put your finger right in that nook, right in the front to make sure that that's what you're doing, that's totally fine. Pausing halfway down to check your shoulder alignment. Shoulder blades are pulled back towards each other. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Gaze is straight down. Exhale, make your way all the way down. Continuing to bend at the hips until the crown is shining towards the earth or as close as your body feels it's comfortable with today. You can keep the hands at the heart space, or we drop the palms down right underneath the crown, underneath the brow. Continuing to send the breath in through the nostrils, down into the belly. If you get here and realize that your stance is maybe a little too wide and it's uncomfortable, you can feel a strain on the hamstrings, on the groin, come out of it, shorten up your stance a little bit, give yourself some grace. You don't have to, your body does not have to look like mine or the person next to you if you're practicing with someone. The point is not to look like each other or for our postures or poses to look like each other, but instead to know how to listen to our own and meet our own body where it's at today. And my God, if that ain't its own practice, I don't know what is. Let's take one more inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to rise up onto the fingertips, maybe bringing them out slightly, maybe right underneath the shoulders. We bring our gaze down. We start to shift the weight in our feet. So we're shifting the weight onto the balls of the toes, the balls of the feet. We shift the heels towards the midline. Then weight comes into the heels as we draw the toes towards the midline. So heel toe, the feet, until the heels are pointing inward, toes are pointing outward, and the foot stance is just slightly wider than the hips. On the exhale, we're going to start to bend the knees, tracing or attempting to trace the line of the knees to the line of the big toe as we start to drop the hips right in between the heels. That feels like a bit much for you today, that's okay. You can adjust your stance here, or we come onto the fingers and maybe rise up onto the balls of the toes, maybe gently rocking side to side. Maybe we bring a rolled up blanket underneath the heels to give us a little bit more space to play with. Or maybe being in this position is just too much strain on the knees, and maybe we come all the way down into the backs and do this in a reclined position like happy baby. If we are squatting with heels on the mat, we'll bring the elbows to the inner knees, palms come together. And then last but not least, we send the heart towards the thumbs. You're here for 2 more breath cycles. And after your last exhale, we'll drop one hand in front, one hand behind us as we gently guide ourselves onto our bum, coming into a cross-legged position just the same way as we started. If you feel that you need to take a little counter pose, so
Maybe you can drop the forehead down to the mat in front of your crossed legs.
Otherwise, we're going to end our practice today where we started. Eyes closed, taking 3 deep breath cycles, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. Slow exhale. And the last breath cycle, just go ahead and return to normal breath. Let's draw the palms together either at the heart space, maybe thumbs up to the third eye. Maybe none of that works for you today and you want to bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart space. Or maybe just dropping the hands right in front of the pelvis, in front of the abdomen. We close our eyes, drop our chin. Thank you for practicing with me today. Thank yourselves for showing up. Sometimes it's the most difficult thing that we can do, but you did it and I'm proud of you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, month, and I hope to see you next time.